So here we are at Bryggen. This is the building that our tattoo shop is located in. So at the very edge of Bryggen, between the new buildings over here, this part burnt down and they had to rebuild, but they decided to separate it from old Bryggen so it's easy to tell the difference. So this is old Bryggen. Our building is about 300 years old. Easily recognized by the shop on the first floor. And then here, this little landmark, a little guy with an axe, really cool. And this is the entrance to our stairwell. So we're actually on the third floor, and it's almost like walking into a pirate ship. So we hang out this little sign sometimes just to let people know that we're open. It's really beautiful, and look at these details. Everything's so worn down. Super old. And this building survived the fire, but only just. You can see the charcoal on the walls still, because this was the last building on the old road that survived. But it's really scorched in areas, like especially over here. You see that? Totally scorched. It's charcoal. Also here, it was so close to burning down. But it's beautiful and it's still standing. And now we have sprinkler systems and fire alarms, and we're like super careful. And this fire was decades ago, it's not recent, but we're very careful to watch out for smokers. So we keep a really tight eye on that. And then coming up so we came up from the street level to this second floor. In Norway we say for ground floor we say first floor, and then second floor is what in US and England I think would be first floor. It's confusing, but ground level is first and then it counts up. So this is second, and then we go up another staircase and things get even darker and more mysterious. And that's perfect because we're a tattoo shop, so we like to be a bit dark and mysterious. Here we have my skeleton, Mr. Shrivelfigs, and the entrance to our shop. Yay! And over here we have our other rooms. We have a waiting room first here on the right with a horseshoe on the door. And the next room is the artist room. I'll show you those when they're open so you get a better view. Now into the shop. So we're gonna disrupt my colleagues. Oh, hello, Mr. Shrivelfigs. How's it hanging? Not so great. I'm I'm a little bit tired and I look like I had too much weed to smoke. I look like I had too much to drink. Have some coffee. Okay. Alright, so here is the artist room that I was talking about earlier. Got some decorations behind me. I'm gonna open up the artist room so you can take a look. We've been running the shop since 2016, but these new rooms, the waiting room and the artist room, we have only had since September 2024, I think it is. Yeah, so we haven't had them for that long, but we've already moved in and kind of started using them, and yeah, I'm gonna show you inside. So here we are. This room is super nice. We have quite a lot of storage. This room is only for the artists, so we have a little seating area that we can sit down and draw a little bit and relax. Got some storage. Everything is super simple. Like, we didn't spend a bunch of money. It's all very, very casual. But hey, what can you do? You just gotta use the stuff you have and do the best with it. We're not big into taking up loans and stuff here. We like to stay within our means. So things are simple, but that's very nice, you know? Here I got some creepy cloth. I love decorating with creepy cloth. And these beautiful ceilings, everything here. This is a mix of like restored. This panel is restored, of course not original, but they had to restore some stuff. But the beams are original, the wall here is original, so that's over 300 years old. But it's really beautiful in here. This room gets kind of cold, so we're really looking forward to spring and summer season because we can use this room a lot more. This is real life, guys. It's not perfect. Look at this travesty over here, okay? I have work to do. I have organizing to do. But, you know, that's real life. We're not perfect, and that's really fine. We're just living our lives. Here we have a stereo that's waiting to be picked up. One of our clients gave a full rack to one of our artists. Super nice gift. It's just super cool, like a proper old-fashioned stereo. So here's a drawing desk that I set up. I have my beautiful blanket that Natalia gave to me. So here it is. I set this up a few months ago. We have a little bit like an overhead vlogging or a desk stand for phones that we can do little videos and stuff. The view is really gorgeous. Oh my god, Bergen in sunlight. When does the sun ever shine here? We have a reputation for being a very rainy town, and it's not a myth. It's definitely true. And to have a sunny day like this is such an exception. It's such a luxury, so it's super nice to see. But yeah, a little drawing set up there. Two people can draw at the same time, and the light table there is very useful for tattoo artists to have. A light table to trace drawings and sketches. More shelves, of course. Nothing fancy, but that's not the point. It's functional. And of course, we have some memorabilia. friends and stuff, and some black metal photos. And then over here, of course, my baby coffee machine. Oh yeah. So this machine does little like pads, which is nice because they you don't have to like recycle anything. It's very sustainable way of doing coffee. So yeah, but it's a little setup. It's quite cozy. So sometimes I sit here and have coffee or tea with friends. It's a nice place where we can retreat a little bit from the chaos of the shop and have like 5 minutes to ourselves, which is really important because our job is very people-y and can be stressful sometimes. So with a shop full of people, it can be really, really good to just retreat to this little space and have some time to ourselves. And there's an easel over here so that we also can paint here and stuff, but I hung it on the wall to have it out of the way. So it's a pretty nice space for us here. Little fridge and stuff, and yeah, everything we need. So that's what this room looks like, and I wanted to show it because this room is, like I said, off limits to clients and visitors, because we just keep it to ourselves and have it as a little artist room. And with a busy shop, that can be a really good resource to have. And right next to us here, this building, this brick building, what you see here, this is a hotel. Part of the hotel, and inside of this part here and there is also the hotel. This is all connected, but this is the dining hall of the hotel is in there. But it's a really nice hotel that you can stay here at Bryggen, right next to the water and everything, so it's really good. So that was a little insight into the artist room and to the hotel next door. Let me see if I can vlog something else. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll do some shots around Bergen on my way home. Then you get a little bit of idea of what the local area is like. Could be interesting maybe. Okay, so now I'm leaving the shop again. Going downstairs. So here is Gallery Fjarlar. This is a little gallery run by one of our friends. So this is a great place to visit during the summer season when he's open, and yeah, it's really beautiful. He has different artists, local and from out of town, exhibiting there. So here we go. I'm gonna take you into Bryggen for a little bit. So I like to take the back road. Basically, I walk around the outside of our building between the old and the new. There's a passage, so I'd like to go here because this way I can get into old Bryggen without having to wade through too many people. So if I turn around, that's our building. Yay! So going this way, I just shoot up parallel to Bryggen, which is in there, and I can just get to the good stuff much easier without having to battle any crowds. The crowds haven't arrived yet, but start April, we have an average of like 10 to 15,000 tourists here every day. So we have to know where to walk to not end up in the middle of the chaos. Some work going on here. I don't know what this is. This time of year is normally very busy around here because we're all preparing for tourist season to start. Oh my goodness. New pipes and stuff. That's smart. This is a really good restaurant here. So this is like at the back of Bryggen. This little square here leads into all the different passages of Bryggen, and they go down in parallels down this way. So from this little square you can find everything. But at the square is also this house, and this is mitt huset. It's really, really cool. In this building, in this window in here, is Nidhogg art and merch. So this is Jannicke Wiese-Hansen's store, and she runs this place. It's really amazing. I'm gonna go and say hi to her dad now, because he's in there. So this is the door into her place. There's a coffee shop there, I'll show you that in a minute. Hallo. Må filme litt her, vet du. Ja. Hallo, hallo.
I hvilken anledning?
Dette er YouTube. Så vil jeg vise litt hvordan det ser ut her hos Jannicke. Skikkelig fint her nå, altså. Denne monteren her er jo ny.
Ja. Det var noen som spurte Jannicke ville ha den, og det sa hun.
Ja, det passer jo kjempebra her da. Ja, vi ser det. Fint. De rammene der, er det noe du har kommet med?
Nei, det var faktisk noe som Gunvor spurte om Jannicke ville ha.
Ja, det kommer fra Gunvor, ja.
Det sa hun jo ja til.
Ja, klart det. Stilig.
Så gleder det meg å se en som videofilmer langsomt.
Ikke sant?
De fleste de gjør det for fort.
Ja, det er ganske irriterende faktisk når jeg ser på en video og så hva var det for noe? Jeg fikk det ikke helt med meg liksom. Det er vanskelig å unngå da, men altså, en kan jo ta seg litt tid da. Disse koselige figurene. Look at a little face. So cute. Ja.
En fugl fant jeg i et fjellvann.
Den som står oppe der?
Ja.
Ja. Den er ganske spesiell. Nice. Her er verkstedet, vet du.
Jannicke kommer vel igjen i dag?
Hæ?
Kommer ikke Jannicke igjen i dag?
Jo, jeg tror hun kommer igjen i dag. Her er verktøyet. The tools of the trade. For the wood carving. Carving stuff. Nice. Fin kniv dette. Handy.
Det er jo sin modell.
Ja, ikke sant?
Den er veldig god til å ta bark og sånt av greiner med. For han har en annen slipefase enn de andre.
Ja.
Denne her er jo bilekstra. Den er noe så forunderlig som en rustfri kniv som er skarp.
Ja, en gang må jo være den første, ikke sant? Her er turisterne på gang, vet du. Begynte å komme litt folk nå. Koselig her inne. So, me and Jannicke's father, we were just speaking together in the gallery. So the man you just saw in the gallery, that was Jannicke's father. And we were speaking together in Norwegian about tourist season starting and everything here at Bryggen. So it's pretty quiet here now, but that won't last. because it's about to get really hectic here in April and May. So this is Caf, and they have a really good selection of coffee drinks and little snacks like waffles and sandwiches. It's very casual, but the menu is really nice, and they have some really delicious drinks and stuff. I'll probably get a drink now just to show you what it looks like. Here's a Norwegian favorite, this chocolate right here. We all love this one. So here they have souvenirs and stuff. It's not just coffee and food, it's all kinds of fun stuff. Coffee and teas and stuff like that. So if you're in the Bryggen area, go to this one instead of the big brand Starbucks and stuff that's around. This shop is locally owned and locally run, and have actually, in my opinion, better iced coffee drinks than Starbucks. And the price is better. So definitely go here. And I mean, who wouldn't want a waffle with their coffee? They don't have waffles at Starbucks. Caf, that's the place. So on the way out again, it looks a bit spooky scary because they're renovating this whole building. I love how they made these little windows so you can actually look inside what's going on. But it looks a little bit spooky scary through the hallway here. This is like, why didn't they paint some art here? Like, we're so many artists working here. Why couldn't we just paint this? Looks sad. Looks a little bit scary. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, so here we're inside of the narrow hallway between the buildings here at Bryggen, coming out to the front of Bryggen again. So now I'm at the front again. So this little entry leads to the cafe that I just showed. So you got this shop, and that right next to it is this little entrance. So it can be a little bit hard to find, but you just have to look around. And now I'm heading back to town again to go home for today. So yeah, it's nice to walk around this area. But be warned, in tourist season it's extremely busy here. So just have a plan before you set out. So you see that shop right there? There is the entrance to that little passageway that I was talking about. So you can aim for this in this shop, and then you know when you go through that passage, you get to all the good stuff. That's where the good stuff happens. So it's really easy to just aim for this Knut Skurtveit, this shot, white wall, in that way. All right, perfect, then you know where to go.